Hey, what's up? Hope you're doing great and ready for some fresh GT7 gear because the January update 1.67 just landed and it brings a neat trio of new metal, a crisp little collectible menu for Hyundai N fans, some fresh World Circuit events, and a few other bits that are worth a mention. The three cars are a tight mix: the Hyundai Elantra NTC24, the Porsche 911 GT3R 992 22, and the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra 25, and each one plays a really different role in how you'll approach racing, tuning, and just screwing around in time trial. The Hyundai is the touring car styled entry that's great for close contact racing and a fun platform to learn racecraft without screaming power, while the Porsche GT3R is that familiar surgical GT3 tool, brilliant for larger events and any GT3 class race rooms where precision matters. Then there's the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra, which is notable not just as a fresh BEV sports option in the garage, but because it's the first of its kind from a Chinese OEM in the game, which shakes up the roster in a small but interesting way. If you like collecting and showing off pieces of your garage, Polyphony added extra menu number 52, the Hyundai N collection, so players who've been chasing those badges and cars finally have a themed menu to aim for. It's a satisfying little carrot for completionists, and it nudges players toward hunting down specific N models if they haven't already. It's a subtle quality of life win for collectors who treat the cafe and collection system like a personal museum. On the online and event front, there are 3 new World Circuit events to try, which help keep the seasonal rotation feeling alive. Expect a mix of circuits and race types that push those new race cars into useful places rather than just parking them in the showroom. Also, Polyphony slipped in new Scapes photo locations under a California roadsides theme, which is perfect if you're making thumbnails or want scenic photo ops with the Xiaomi's sleek lines or the Porsche's race livery. The extra events are the kind of thing that extends session variety without overcomplicating the core game loop, and they fit neatly into the rhythm of daily and weekly play. There's also a short official window challenge centered on Monza tied to this drop, with a timed lap-based challenge that runs for a couple of weeks, which is the kind of limited time thing that gets leaderboards lively and sends players back to the same circuit trying different setups. Aero, gearing, and tire choices matter a lot depending on the car you pick for that challenge. If you're the kind of player who enjoys chasing leaderboard ticks, this is the update that gives you a clear, measurable objective for the next fortnight. Under the hood, the patch includes a handful of stability improvements and minor tuning or bug fixes, nothing that radically overhauls physics, but enough small touches to smooth out some of the rough edges people have been flagging since the Spec 3 changes. Those types of fixes show up in the official notes as routine quality of life and stability work, which is reassuring because continual small fixes usually make the overall experience feel tighter over time, even if they're invisible on day one. From a content creation angle, this update is a pleasant one to unpack on a channel. You've got clear visual hooks with the Xiaomi debut and the Porsche GT3R, the collectible angle with the Hyundai menu, and leaderboard drama with the Monza lap challenge. Each of those frames nicely for short segments or a longer deep run session. Whether you're showing livery design ideas, doing a quick setup guide for the GT3R at Spa, or trying out the SU7 Ultra in time trial to see how regen and torque delivery affect corner exit, there are tangible, shareable moments here. The community response has already popped up across forums and social feeds with players testing balance or sharing fast laps and debating where each car fits the meta, so you'll have material to riff on as people post times and setups. All told, this is one of those updates that doesn't shift the universe, but gives you fresh toys and a few incentives to jump back into races and leaderboards for the next couple of weeks, especially if you enjoy collecting themed menus or hunting lap times. The 3 cars are approachable, visually distinct, and useful in different contexts, which makes picking one to focus on an easy editorial choice for content. And the small quality of life and stability fixes make running through events and time trials a bit less likely to be interrupted by odd bugs. Enjoy the new rides and have fun shaving tents at Monza. There's genuine enjoyment to be had in squeezing performance out of these fresh models and seeing how the leaderboards react.